We are just barely into the second month of 2024, and already we've heard about 400 plus job losses in the Triad. The layoffs are from different industries, from school systems to Hanes brands and all things in between. So our two guests today on Two Wants to Know are in the middle of it all. Will Graham owns and runs Graham Personnel Services, which is constantly looking to find jobs here around the state and the nation. Fred Henry is with GuilfordWorks, which focuses on giving folks the resources they need to find employment and getting employers and employees hooked up together. So what we want to do is give you a chance to ask your employment questions. The number is 336-379-5775. You can text in your question, and of course we'll be getting it to our experts as we go along. All right, let's just kind of get like the scope of what you think the employment trends are. Will, I just talked about all of those layoffs and things of that nature. What are you seeing?
Yeah, so we've seen a cooling. So it has gone from red hot to warm, right? And it's gone from historical numbers to still very strong numbers, but the numbers are declining. So the number of job openings are declining, and you're seeing some layoffs. It's probably going to be a little slow in the first half of this year and pick up next year, although we've got plenty of jobs we still need to hire for.
Gotcha. All right. Fred, I know that GuilfordWorks, you guys have like a snapshot. You have it for like the state and you have it for the county. What are you seeing with those kinds of numbers?
Yeah, I agree with Will. I think there is a slight slowing down of things, but there's still a lot of job openings out here, especially when you look in areas of healthcare and education, some government sector positions, and even with our transportation logistics. So there's plenty of opportunities, but things are slightly slower than it was maybe a year or so ago.
Okay, let's take a look at that GuilfordWorks snapshot so that we can kind of see what it looks like on the whole with the state and then what it looks like here in Guilford County. 3.6% is the unemployment, so that is really low. When we take a look at the metro jobs, Greensboro, it's less 200 jobs than the last time we looked at this snapshot. But even with that, there's still a lot of jobs to be had here.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's kind of, go ahead.
Plenty of opportunities.
Plenty of jobs, plenty of opportunities. All right, so let's kind of talk about those jobs and let's talk about those opportunities. Will, I know that you have a board that has something like 600 job openings on it, and these are for people who are already skilled or who can be skilled, yes?
Yeah, these are for almost anybody can do these. You know, they're semi-skilled. We've got over 600 of them here in your viewing area. This particular slide speaks to our manufacturing and distribution division of over 200 pickers and packers and about almost 100 machine operators and about 100 assemblers, 71 professional clerical jobs, almost 100 material handlers, and about 65 forklift drivers. So, Greensboro does a lot of manufacturing and distribution, and we're still seeing those higher. And we could use your viewers' help. They're all in the Triad area.
Yeah, and when you look at all the cities and towns that you're looking at, Asheboro, Brown Summit, all that kind of stuff. So I mean, you really can be living almost anywhere in the Triad and not have to drive too far to find a job.
Absolutely. North Carolina is still going to lead the nation, and I think the bigs in all of North Carolina will still be very good in job growth this year. So jobs are still abundant. Like Fred said, there might be a little year-over-year decline.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, there are jobs available. And so, Fred, one of the things that GuilfordWorks does is they make sure that they get the word out to what jobs are coming open. You guys have a job fair that deals with healthcare.
Yes, so we're partnering with a number of organizations to support our healthcare industry. So on February 29th, we're hosting a job fair out at the Barber Park community. 2 days prior to that, actually a week prior to that, on the 21st, we're going to have some workshops to prepare individuals to fill some of these healthcare positions. And these are positions both in clinical trades, but non-clinical trades. So again, there are lots of opportunities out here. We are working with companies that are maybe had some displacements to connect them to some of these recent opportunities because we're looking to retain this workforce for our region.
Okay, and so that healthcare job fair attended to, what should people plan to do at that job fair? Like, should they have their resumes already? Is it something if they don't have a resume, can they still show up?
Yes, so prepare to have your resume, have an elevator spill. And I think one of the things is really to tap into the workshops because there are a lot of ways that you can connect to companies. It's really important to research the companies that you're looking to apply for, kind of see what culture and what they bring to the table. Because not only are they interviewing you, but you're interviewing with them also.
Yeah, and I think people sometimes forget that at a job interview, they're asking you questions to see if you fit them, but you should be asking them questions too. It's almost like kind of a
Exactly.
red flag if you don't have a question prepared.
Yeah, so you're courting each other, so it's got to be a good fit from both sides. Again, right now, even though things are slightly down as far as numbers, but it's still a job seekers market out here. So, just be prepared. Share with them your skill sets, what you bring to the table, and just go in confident.
Okay. All right. So, Will, I know we've got one more graphic from your side that deals with some direct to hire, I believe. These are those kinds of jobs. So, let's kind of go over what these are direct hire roles.
Yeah, so Graham Personnel Services, we're a staffing and recruiting company, and so most people think of us as having temp jobs or seasonal jobs, but these are permanent direct hire roles where our clients are looking. So we have about 25 maintenance techs open, paying between $60,000 and $90,000. A lot of supervisor openings, paying somewhere between $60,000 and $150,000. Accounting and finance. We have 8 of those. Those pay between about $70,000 and $100,000, and office professional about $45,000 to $65,000. And something to keep an eye on, I think, for the future too, is you're going to see a lot of these maintenance tech position roles and maybe electricians. They might make more than accountants in about 2 years. So just it's a supply and demand, and as these companies need more electricians and maintenance techs, pay is going to go up, and there's going to be some real career options that are non 4-year degree. So just something for everybody to think about.
Yeah, I saw Fred nodding his head like, yep, they're going to be paid more than accountants soon. So that is the industry to get in if you're thinking to yourself, how do I change careers or what career do I want to go to? All right, we're going to take a quick break. We've got your questions coming back in just a few minutes.